Here we are, guys, the London Series Guide. I've tried to pack it as much as possible with as much information as possible to make it as easy as I can for you guys. I've time-stamped it as well so you can jump to certain sections or specifics and anything you guys want to know. Saves you listening to me blabber on for half an hour. Enjoy, sit back, get hyped for London Series. We're getting closer and closer. And anything that I haven't mentioned or any questions you do have, please reach out and ask me and I'll do my best to give you the answers. Hey guys, welcome to London, welcome to the London Stadium, where very soon the Phillies and the Mets will be playing right here in the London Series in front of 66,000 fans. Cannot wait, and this is your London Series Guide. The vast majority of you flying from the States will be landing right here at London Heathrow, just like the plane in the video. London Heathrow is West London, and there are many simple and quick ways to get into central London from Heathrow, the quickest being the Heathrow Express straight to Paddington. 15 minutes and just £15 in advance, or £25 if bought on the day. There are loads of signs around Heathrow directing you clearly to the train station. It's pretty straightforward. Another alternative is the Queen Elizabeth line. 35 minutes to Paddington, a few stops before Paddington and a few after as well going further into London. Prices start at £12.80. You can use your debit and credit card to tap on or off, or your Oyster travel card. The two trains go from the same platform, but they are clearly different trains. Look out for the logo. One will have Heathrow Express, one will have Queen Elizabeth line. Of course, the cheaper option is the Tube, just starting at £5, running every 10 minutes on the Piccadilly line. Instead of the blue signs, which are showing you directions to the Elizabeth line and the Heathrow Express, you want the yellow signs. Oh, in quick escalator etiquette, stand on the right, walk on the left. That is some handy advice. As you can see, at split point there on the left-hand side is the trains from the Elizabeth line and Heathrow Express, but you want that one there, the yellow underground line. Of course, again, you can tap on, tap off using your debit and credit card, or pre-buy a paper ticket, or of course, get your Oyster travel card. If there's a few of you in your party, a taxi is not a bad option as you can split the costs. However, a coach is not a bad option either. Follow the signs for the central bus station. A cost of a coach on National Express or Megabus is usually around £5 to £10, but could take between 15 minutes to an hour and a half, 2 hours at times to get into central London depending on the traffic. And I would strongly advise against hiring a car. It's expensive. The traffic is a nightmare getting around London. You guys drive on the wrong side of the road anyway. That's going to add to confusion. You've got to pay congestion charge, ULEZ charge. Let the trains take the strain. The quickest and most direct route to Stratford, where the London Stadium is, would be via the Tube or train, which provides an excellent service when they're running. Now, yes, it does sound obvious, but before you use the Tube and the train, try and familiarise yourself with the London Tube map. It will help you out a lot. The quickest way from central, west and east London to Stratford is the Queen Elizabeth line. The stations you want are Paddington, Bond Street, Tottenham Court Road, Farringdon, Liverpool Street and Whitechapel. It will take around 15 to 10 minutes to get to Stratford. Price is £2.50 and you guessed it, tap on, tap off. With your credit, debit or Oyster travel card. Queen Elizabeth line is the purple line, as you can see on the Tottenham Court Road sign right there, and the trains run from the stations roughly every 3 to 5 minutes. And as you pull into Stratford, you will see the London Stadium on your left-hand side. There it is, right there, along with the orbital, and hopefully that sky will be blue come June. Yeah, Tube map time again. Here we go. Look closely. The middle there is Stratford Station. The middle line, the purple one, is the Queen Elizabeth line we've just ridden on to get into Stratford. Your red line there is your central line. The grey one is Jubilee. The green one is the DRL. These are all other Tube lines going direct to Stratford from all over London. And as well as the underground, you can also use the overground and national rail services as well. Check the timetables. But in general, the underground is a great way to get to Stratford. But if you can get to the Elizabeth line from central London, take it. It is far quicker and more direct. And here we are at Stratford Station. It's a big old station, lots of platform and lots of trains heading in and out. The Tube trains and the Queen Elizabeth line and the overground trains all arrive at the same station, but all of it is very well signposted. The London Stadium is on the Olympic Park, so you want to follow the Queen Elizabeth Olympic Park signs, which are well signposted all the way out the station. Here at the exit of the station, you can do a left for Westfield Stratford City or right for Queen Elizabeth Park. You want right to head to the stadium. Head outside where hopefully it won't be as wet as you see here. And the Queen Elizabeth Park is again well signposted. As you can see there, tending to do a left and up the stairs to the next level. It's around a 10-minute walk from the station to the stadium. That's if you don't get distracted by all the shops, bars and food outlets. At the top of the stairs, keep right and go under the glass canopy, as you can see right there. Oh, look, a little bit of chess that may take your fancy in the way, or a bit of table tennis a bit further down as well. Plenty to see and do in Westfield. It's one of Europe's largest complexes. Plenty of shops, bars, restaurants, food outlets, cinema, casinos, you name it. Westfield has it. As you keep walking, you will end up back outside and it splits off again. This time, stay left. Going right will take you back into Westfields. Left and straight on, you'll see the stadium just there ahead in the distance. And lots of bars and restaurants around to your left and right-hand side. From here, it's a straight walk down to the stadium. Very, very simple. But these bars and restaurants get filled very quickly on game day. But it's a great place to have a drink and a refreshment and some good food before the game. On your left here is the Cow. This is a very popular pub for a pre-game drink and to chat to other fans from all over the world. And just over the road, the London Stadium will come into view. There it is as it gets nearer and nearer. You're now on the home straight. During the last two London series, the main London series Superstore has been on this little part here. Not there, that's some funky restaurant, but right there by the flags is where the Superstore usually is. The lines get pretty big for this Superstore. If you can get there on the Thursday or Friday, I recommend it, or you could be in for a long wait. As you can see now, there is the stadium in full view with the Olympic swimming pool there on the left-hand side. It's really straightforward from here. The stadium is just there. You seriously can't get lost from here. Now, on the game days, the lines are pretty big to get in, but they do go down quite quickly as well. The gates will open 3 hours before first pitch, and you can watch BP and get in there early. Bring a glove, soak up the atmosphere, check out the merchandise store. There's plenty going on around the stadium. On game day, you'll walk down here between the fences up to the security tents. You will be checked out by security. You will show your ticket on your phone, and you are in to the outer loop of the stadium first. And around the outer loop, you will have loads, and I mean loads, of food and drink and merchandise outlets, as you can see there, for what West Ham use on their game days right there. But however, it'll be filled with, well, different kinds of American food, Philly food, New York food, beer, drinks, you name it, it will be there. The pricing isn't actually that bad compared to Citizens Bank Park. Yeah, it's expensive, as you would expect at an international event with the food and drink, but I've actually found it cheaper than when I went to Philly. Also, the queues aren't too bad either, probably because there's so much variety in different food and drink stalls. The queues aren't as bad at all. It's pretty much cashless. You're better off just taking your card and paying either on your phone or your debit and credit card. And then when you get in, on the inner loop as well, there is also tons of food and drink outlets. A frequently asked question is the bag policy. Yes, bags can be brought in, however, no larger than A4 paper in length and width. That's 297mm maximum dimension. Food and drink cannot be brought into the ballpark unless proven on medical grounds. But you can bring in empty plastic bottles of any size to use at the refill points, but the tops must be removed.
Well, this is pretty special right now. Pitch side at the London Stadium, and it will take him just 14 days to convert this from a Premier League football ground into a Major League Baseball field and all the facilities to go with it. It's some operation, 400 people working a day to get this place converted, and what an amazing job they do. So believe it or not, right around here will be home plate. Again, it just shows you the scale of the conversion of a football stadium where we are right now in the tunnel at West Ham United, and in just over 5 weeks' time, that's going to be home plate, and all this is going to be gone. The West Ham changing rooms were too small when MLB announced that they were coming to London Stadium, so they built this. And how about this? This will be the Phillies locker room. It is here all year round. The Mets have the other side as well. This facility is incredible. I cannot believe I'm stood here right now. The players are going to be right in here. And I've got to say, for the first time, it's actually starting to feel real.
The Mets will be the home team on the Saturday. The Phillies are home team on the Sunday. But yes, the Philly fanatic will be there all weekend. I cannot wait to see what crazy antics that he's going to be up to during the weekend. Inside the stadium, and I've got to say, there isn't really a bad viewpoint at all. I managed to walk around most of it watching the game from different sections last year, and even in the outfield, you had a great view. Infield, obviously, is a really cool view as well, but the atmosphere, I've got to say, was absolutely fantastic. There is plenty going on in between innings, including the mascot race, the singing of Take Me Out to the Ballpark, and the British and American national anthem sang before the game was a really cool touch. So, what else is there to do around the London Stadium? Well, other than Westfield, which we've covered already, London Stadium sits on the Olympic Park. The Olympic Park itself is huge and it's well worth a walk around, especially on a nice sunny day if you've got time to burn. Yeah, pretty bad example in this video as the weather is dismal. Again, everything is very well signposted, so it's difficult to get lost. And of course, there's plenty of maps around the park as well to help you navigate your way around. The park is north of the London Stadium. One of the highlights of the Olympic Park is, of course, the Olympic Rings next to the Olympic Velodrome, which remains for the 2012 Olympics. The Olympic Rings are about a 10-minute walk from the stadium, but well worth going for the photo opportunity, and you get some pretty nice views of the Olympic Park as well. Now, the other side of the stadium, about a 5-10 minute walk away, right by the Copper Box, which was also used for the 2012 Olympics and now a separate venue, is Hackney Bridge and Hackney Wick. This area is really artsy and a great vibe and a really cool place to come and hang out before the game. There are loads of breweries, pubs and really quirky places to eat and drink. Some of the boats on the canal also have pubs on them as well and sell food. So again, a really quirky vibe. I imagine on this weekend you'll have to make reservations to get in here. It will be a good idea too, but it's a really cool area to check out before the game if you have time and check out a different part of London. Hackney Wick also does have a train station serving the Overground line on the North London line, right in the middle of Hackney Wick. As you come out there, you can also head to the Yard, which serves great street food and some good local craft beers. This was actually my first time around Hackney Wick filming this, after being recommended by several people to head out this way, and I gotta say, I really do want to head here for when the London series is here. I think the vibe would be great, the smell of the street food is unbelievable, and some of the breweries look great. As well as that, you get a nice view of Stratford and the London Stadium, and as you can see there are some of the pubs and places to eat on the canal, which also look really good. Right, I can hear some of you saying, what is that? That is the Orbital. That was built alongside the London Stadium in the 2012 Olympics. And it's unique because, as you can see there, there's a big slide. And for a small price, you can slide down it. Ah, back in the rain, but this time we're walking back from London Stadium the way we came in. And again, the eateries around here, there's loads to choose from, every cuisine you can imagine. Where that Westfield sign is there, through that door and up the escalator will take you to the food court. Again, whatever takes your fancy will be there. This place is absolutely massive. Oh, there's an old school Arsenal shirt there. Talking of footy top, Sports Direct is right next to the food court. So if you wanted to buy an English Premier League football shirt, head in there. Oh, quick note, after the game, this area here will be closed. The gates will be going across here. You cannot get back into Westfield. They will take you around Westfield and to Stratford Station here. The queues will be long. There will be a wait. The same for any big event coming out of a venue or stadium. But what can you do? Unless you want to get a taxi back, the train is your best option. Again, all the different lines are very well signposted coming back out. I've got to say, the organisation is pretty good. First of all, Passyunk Avenue have pulled out all the stops. They have several events going on and have lined up some incredible things for you guys. Tickets for all these upcoming events are selling quickly and have limited availability left. Get on to www.passyunkavenue.com to book your ticket. Starting with the True Fan Travel Citywide Special Party Bus and River Booze Cruise. On the Thursday and Friday and 3 different time slots throughout the day, there will be a 90-minute open-top guided bus tour of London. A fantastic way to see London, especially if it's your first time, along with fellow Philly fans. A goodie bag, a citywide special and other gifts will also be thrown in from True Fan Travel. And then on Thursday and Friday night, the River Thames Booze Cruise. An incredible way to see London at night time, partying with fellow Philly fans. And also you'll get a free welcome drink and dance party starter drink as well. Prices start at £90 for the 90-minute bus tour, £110 for the boat party, and if you want to do both, £150. On the Friday and Saturday, Passyunk Avenue Waterloo will be turning the Leek Arches into Reading Terminal Market, London. Yes, this is going to be incredible. There'll be live DJ sets and other entertainment, giant screens to watch the games on Saturday and Sunday, the best class in American hospitality, and live media broadcast from the WIP boys on the Friday afternoon. As well as that, there is a lot more planned as well. Keep your eyes peeled. The free tickets were snapped up very quickly, but the £25 VIP tickets are still available. On the Sunday, Passyunk Avenue, Cleveland Street will be holding the South Philly Tailgate Party. Yes, they did it in 2018 when the Eagles came to town, and they're doing it again. They are closing down Cleveland Street and hosting a huge tailgate party. There'll be a giant HD screen to watch the game with sun loungers filled in the watch enclosure, a DJ hype set, 2 welcome drinks, beer and cocktail garden, and the UK's best American tailgate and barbecue food. This was absolutely incredible in 2018, and it's set to be that again. £25 a ticket, well worth the money. On the Monday, if you're around and got some free time, head to Passyunk Avenue, 9 Elms, Battersea for the Wheels Up Pastime Party. This is the newest of the Passyunk Avenues and plenty going on here as well. There'll be folk American acts, street games and prize giveaways, media broadcasts in the WIP morning show, plus guest appearances, Philly food and drink favourites and a whiffable competition as well. The only tickets left are the £25 VIP tickets. This is a limited availability, so get in there quick. This will be well worth checking out. You can book your 2-hour time slot on the Passyunk Avenue website. Hopefully, we'll see you down there. Away from the events themselves, the Passyunk Avenues are well worth visiting at Cleveland Street, Waterloo Leek Arches, and 9 Elms at Battersea. It's highly advised to contact them and make a reservation first. These places are going to be absolutely packed all weekend. All 3 sites are very, very different in character, and all 3 are well worth ticking off your list. Head to the Passyunk Avenue website for more details, to make reservations, and of course get your tickets for the events. Special guests and exact timings will be announced in due course, so keep an eye on the socials. But be sure of one thing, Passyunk Avenue will be the place to be. Delighted to say that MLB Europe announced that back for 2024 will be the Trafalgar Square London Series takeover. This was brilliant last year. Trafalgar Square was completely transformed into this incredible London Series venue, with a huge interactive batting cage right down the middle and big special guests taking part in a home run derby, including Chase Utley this year. There was also your chance to have a go yourselves, as well as big screens showing the games as they were happening, loads of food and drink stalls, merchandise stalls. There'll be live DJ sets as well. The vibe and atmosphere here was absolutely brilliant last year. The event will run between the 7th and the 9th of June, and it is free entry. I'm fully expecting more London Series events to be announced as we're getting nearer to the time. Keep an eye on the socials at UK Phillies and MLB Europe for more details and information as they come. London. Yes, I'm going to sound biased here, but it is still one of my favourite places to visit and still one of my favourite cities in the world. London, I think, is really unique, and the best thing about it, it's walkable. A lot of the attractions are all walkable. All the roads and the streets sort of intertwine into one attraction to the other. And if you do find yourself with a free day in London, it is definitely worth trying to walk around, especially if the sun's out as well. Although, to be honest, it was raining here, and I didn't mind so much. It shouldn't be that cold in June. But you get some great sights of London as you walk around, and you can walk the River Thames Walkway from here at the Tower of London all the way into central London down to Big Ben and Westminster. If you fancy giving your legs a rest, like I said before, the transportation links in London is fantastic. The tube, of course. I'd say all the attractions in London are no more than 3, 4, 5 tube stops max. I'd say you're on the tube for no longer than 15 minutes getting to the most first away attractions. But also, you've got the Uber boats. The Uber boats are well recommended going up and down the River Thames. Of course, you can catch an Uber yourself, but London traffic, it's just not fun. You don't want to sit in that traffic. You want to get around and see London. The taxi boats and the Uber boats run all the way from, I think, near Richmond, all the way up the River Thames. I think as far as Canary Wharf. Sorry, I should have looked into this more, being a London series video guide. But there's plenty of information available on the internet. But well worth doing. I've done it a couple of times before, just getting from around Westminster area to Canary Wharf. And it's a fun way of doing it and something different. You could get a bike. You've got the electric e-scooters and the bikes as well, which you can pay for on the app. But cycling around London is, yeah, it's interesting. You know, you're better off walking or taking the tube. As you walk around London, especially the central of London, there are plenty of maps and signs and directions on where to go around the streets. It's tough to get lost. You've got Google Maps on your phone as well, or whatever, Android Maps or whatever service you want to use. And the locals are kind of friendly, you know. They will help you out. They will try and get you to places that you want to go. As you can see here, Big Ben and Westminster. This is a busy area of London, especially in June. Expect a lot of people. You know, this is one of the biggest tourist destinations in the world, and it does get very busy and it will get crowded. But as well, again, the atmosphere around London is good. You know, there's one of my reasons why I like London as well is it's a cool atmosphere. You know, people that are here from all over the world to see London, and it's cool. You know what? It's cool. So these areas on the video, London Eye, Big Ben, Westminster Abbey, Downing Street, Trafalgar Square, Buckingham Palace, these are all very, very close to each other. In fact, from London Eye to walk all will be about an hour max to see it all. Here is the Horse Guards Parade, the famous place where you can get your picture with the horses. Do not touch them. They don't like it. And also the guards will not talk to you. They're trained to remain silent. But a great photo opportunity there. There is Trafalgar Square. That's where the Trafalgar Square takeover will be happening, as we said earlier on in the video. And if you do a left down at Trafalgar Square, you'll end up on the Mall and the walkway down to Buckingham Palace. This is the back of Horse Guards Parade, a really cool photo opportunity as well. And this was all set up for a big event happening a day later, and also it's where the London Marathon finished a week ago. And here on the Mall, where hopefully when you're here, it'll be beautiful blue skies and you'll be walking straight down to Buckingham Palace. There it is, the big photo opportunity. Will Charles be home? I don't know. But I hope the Fanatic can get down here because it'll be absolute scenes to see the Fanatic outside Buckingham Palace. It's a really cool area to hang around. If you go straight on, as you can see in the video there, on the other side of Buckingham Palace, that will take you up to Hyde Park. I decided to go left and head back towards Parliament Square as we are here. There is Westminster Abbey. And here I decided to walk back around the other side of Big Ben and Parliament Square and Westminster Abbey. Keep on walking down there. That will take you to Victoria, where Victoria coach station and train station is. And if you keep going from there, you'll get to the likes of Harrod, Knightsbridge, Kensington, Hyde Park, all that area. Keep walking down here by St Thomas Hospital. That will actually take you to Passyunk Avenue, Battersea, which is about a 40-minute walk from there as well. And then, of course, you've got Piccadilly Circus, Leicester Square, Shaftesbury Avenue, the West End, Fleet Street, Regent Street, Selfridges. So many brilliant and excellent areas of London. Again, all walkable and some great places to eat and drink and take in a show if it takes your fancy. And, of course, other areas, if you want to go a bit further out, Kew Gardens is recommended. Richmond, any Ted Lasso fans, head out to Richmond and see the filming of where Ted Lasso was filmed. Watford for Harry Potter World. The Harry Potter experience is well worth doing as well. London is a brilliant city, and I know all of you are going to have a fantastic time when you're here. Any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask me. All right, so this is the Any Other Business section of the London Series Guide. Questions that I've not quite answered yet in the video, I'm going to try and answer here right now. Number one, being hotels. Where's the best place to stay in London? Look, there are still some good deals popping up all the time. Booking.com, I don't find this as good anymore. I'm finding Expedia and Hotels.com are so far the best websites that I've used. Is where I picked up a deal recently for me to stay in London. The best areas, obviously near Stratford, near the stadium, around that way, Hackney, Stratford, Canary Wharf area. Again, guys, and I keep saying it, the transport links are so good in London that you can stay in central London and still be in Stratford
in 10-15 minutes time. But my favorite areas are Knightsbridge is cool, Kensington, Paddington's a great area. If you can stay near the Queen Elizabeth line, the stops around there, so Paddington, Bond Street, Tottenham Court Road, Liverpool Street, Farringdon, those sort of areas, because then that will take you straight to Stratford direct. But again, the transportation, the tube is so good. You know, you can get anywhere so quickly. London Bridge is a great area to stay in around that area as well. Bank, Tower of London. London Borough, really cool area. In fact, I didn't really feature London Borough much in the vlog, but that's a cool area as well. Anywhere in London, experience London. It doesn't really... if you think that you're in central London and you're too far away from Stratford, well, you're not. And there's so much happening in central London as well. Central London's a great place to stay, especially in June. The weather, touch wood, fingers crossed, for the last 2 years for the London series have been excellent. It was roasting hot last week, so the weather should be good. It should be warm. It should be nice and comfortable. It should be shorts and t-shirt weather. May get a bit cooler in the evening, bring a hoodie, but you know what? You can't go wrong, really, whether you stay in London with the good transportation links. But, you know, those areas I mentioned beforehand are nice areas to stay in. Obviously, you can get near Stratford, that'd be great. Stay near some of the Passyunks for the events, or Trafalgar Square. London's great. It's a great place. Where can I meet Chase Utley? Guys, I'm not too sure. I know for sure he's going to be at the Trafalgar Square takeover on the Friday night around, I think, 8 o'clock. But he is going to be heavily pulled by MLB and where they want him to be. He's going to have so many commitments that weekend. I'm hoping we can get him to come by Passyunk Avenue. Fingers crossed, especially on the Friday. That could be possible. But we will let you guys know. Obviously, he's going to be at the stadium for the Saturday and Sunday. But where he's going to be before and after, I don't know. Wherever MLB need him, I'm pretty sure, again, like last year on the Wednesday and Thursday, they're going to have him going into schools and doing all that cool stuff, because that's really, really important and a real part and important part of the London series and baseball. MLB coming here. Same for the Fanatic as well. We're hoping we can get him into Passyunk, but again, the Phillies, MLB are going to want him in so many different places. He's got so many commitments. Where exactly his whereabouts are going to be at this moment, we don't know. I don't think even they know right now either. Obviously, he's going to be at the stadium again, Saturday and Sunday. Like I said, if we can get him to Passyunk, absolutely amazing. But we're trying to make things happen, but it's a bit complicated right now. We do know a lot of Phillies alumni is going to be there. Again, the exact details of everything is still really up in the air. I think it's going to be pretty last minute before everything's sort of set into place, maybe even on that weekend. But any information, any details I get, I will give to you guys on the socials and get as much information out there as possible. As we know, as it stands, WIP will be recording their morning show from Passyunk Waterloo around midday. And then again on Monday, the morning show at Battersea, the Passyunk Battersea site. Exact timings, not quite there yet. And what guests I'll have, we don't know yet. But of course, we will keep you updated on the socials. The batting practice on the Friday at London Stadium. Yeah, it's happening. For definitely it's happening. I don't know how many tickets I'm going to be have given yet to allocate out to fans. When I do, I'll let you guys know. The tickets are free again. But it is a very limited ticket event. So more details when I get them. But yes, it's definitely happening. Where's the best place to get fish and chips in London? Well, I've never actually had fish and chips in London. As a Brit, I never really needed to. And I'm very lucky where I live, because I live right on the south coast of England. I've got some fantastic local independent chippies right here. From what I've been told is to try and go off the beaten track a little bit. Try out some high streets and some chippies around that area. The prices will be cheaper around there as well. Sort of more local independent fish and chip shops. The fish and chip shops in the big touristy destinations, probably like Leicester Street, Piccadilly Square, all that sort of area. Apparently it's still good, but quite expensive, as you're probably going to guess, being in that sort of area. So try and go off the beaten track a little bit. Do some research. Google's great. You know, it's amazing what you can find on Google. The best kebabi places, oh, that all depends. You can never really go wrong with a kebabi. Again, my guess would be head away from the beaten track a little bit, and again try some high street places. But after a few beers, a kebab's a kebab. Where can I get a good full roast dinner, an Indian, a Chinese, and a full English breakfast? Well, the full English breakfast I'll get to shortly, but a roast dinner should be good anywhere in London, and I recommend getting a roast dinner because you got to try it. It's an English delicacy, and it's damn good if you can get the right spot. Try and find a carvery. Google it. You may have to go slightly out of central London to find a good one, but if you find one, do it. You cannot beat a good carvery. Best Indian, Chinese. Again, you're going to have to Google it, I'm afraid. You know, London, you know, the Brits get a bad rep for some stupid reason about our food cuisine. You know what? It's good. You know, try some local dishes. Hey, bangers and mash. It's good. You know, don't knock it till you try it. Baked beans. Baked beans on toast with some sausages. Full English breakfast. I would actually recommend a more of a local cafe to get that. It's the perfect way to start the day. Sausages, bacon, hash brown, beans, mushroom, eggs, some fries if you fancy it. Get it on. You know, none of this pancake business. Full English breakfast. Try it at least once when you're in London. But where to go? Yeah, I'd recommend actually a more local independent cafe if you can. Like, there's nothing wrong going with a restaurant or a big pub and having one there. It'll be pretty good anyway. But I find the cheapest and the best value ones are more in your local little cafes. And guys, that's pretty much it. The countdown to the London series is well and truly on. Cannot wait to see all you guys in London very soon. Again, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask any questions that you have, and I will do my best to get them answered. It's going to be an incredible experience, a unique festival of baseball. That's the best way to describe it. You're going to have thousands of Philly fans and Mets fans there, but you're going to have so many fans of every single team there as well. It's a unique atmosphere. It's an incredible atmosphere. The whole buzz around London is fantastic. You guys are in for such a treat. See you in just under 5 weeks. Let's go Phillies!